It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Norton Brewery, and it's a bottle of their Crafty Fox Black IPA. Now this is a really interesting style of beer, because this brewery's been going since 1849. And I'm a firm believer in you have to keep up with the times to survive. You simply have to. You have to look at where your industry's going. You can't just... I've known a few breweries to do this. No, we're not looking. We're not looking where the direction of beer's going. And those breweries now are in serious trouble, basically. One very close to me, one which very kind of close family brewer who all of my family drank their beer in working men's clubs in South Wales, and they did very well for a very long time, but they didn't really shift with the times. I firmly believe Norton Brewery, with their current range of beers, are very much set up for the next 20 years of brewing. I don't think they brew a New England IPA yet. I don't think they brew a lager. But when I spoke to the person down at the bottle shop, and I said, "Are you brewing have you got a lager in the works?" They were kind of like, "Well, yeah, it's exactly that. It's in the works. We're kind of planning it." And I think for Norton Brewery, that would be a wonderful thing, because I think after trying a whole range of their beers over the last month or so, the month of October 2024, in case, of course, you're watching this in the future, they will, judging on the beers that I've drank, they will produce a fantastic lager. And I'm very much expecting this Crafty Fox Black IPA at 4.4% ABV in a 500 milliliter dark brown bottle with a silver bottle cap to be a very good black IPA. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. We had a little bit of smoke on the bottle opening, beer in the glass. Black IPA used to be a style of beer that I was absolutely fascinated with. In fact, I went down to Sharp's Brewery in Rock in Cornwall in, I think it was 2012, 2013. It was like 11 years ago. Where does the time go? Where does the time go? And I brewed a black IPA with Sharp's Brewery, the makers of Doom Bar. Yes, I think it was called Black Rock Black IPA by Sharp's Brewery. And of course me. Beer in the glass. It looks very good, this. One finger kind of ivory to tan coloured head. Jet black beer in the glass. A little bit of carbonation in there. Looks lovely. It's not a bottle conditioned beer. There's no sediment in the bottom of this glass. Let's get the aroma. Smells fantastic. Quality malts. A little bit of roasted malt in there. Touch of licorice. But at the same time, it's got a real nice hoppiness to it coming through. And that's exactly what a black IPA should have. A little bit of caramel malt. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's as good and that's as complex as their red rye. as their red rye beer. That's complex. That's as complex in a very, very different way. That's a proper black IPA. A proper black IPA with hints, with small hints of what I like to describe as a hoppy stout. That is absolutely fabulous, Hook Norton. And I hope you're watching. I hope some of you down there have seen the videos. To the man and the lady who were at the till, this is the last beer, by the way, of that box I bought off you. 12 box beer from Hook Norton. What a wonderful box of beer, by the way. Cheers to you guys. But if you're watching, the lovely man on the till in the shop and the lovely lady who worked on the till in the shop, and then she went over into the bar and she served me some lovely little samples of Hook Norton's beers. Cheers to you guys. If you're watching, cheers to you. What wonderful people. The beer is absolutely outstanding. That is off the scale good. It's not overly rich and malty and roasty like a stout maybe could be, because this is not meant to be a stout. This is meant to be a black IPA. This is meant to be a golden IPA, but black. Some people call it Cascadian Dark Ale. Some people call it Hoppy Stout. I like to call this one a black IPA. I think this holds on to the wonderfulness of what Stone Brewing Company first invented with their sublimely self-righteous beer. And that was the first ever black IPA. That was the first ever mind-bending, close your eyes, drink this beer, it tastes golden, and then when you open your eyes, call blimey, it's black. And that was the whole promise of black IPA. That's what black IPA, that's what Stone and Greg Koch wanted to do with that style. That was the beer. That was the beer. A wonder of a beer. I'm drinking a golden ale. No, you're not. You're drinking a black beer, but it tastes like an IPA. This holds on to those early values of black IPA. I still remember that beer, Stone's Sublimely Self-Righteous. I went down to the Camera GBBF festival when it was in Earl's Court in London, before they moved it to the Alexandra Palace, was it? Or the Palace place, Crystal Palace, not Crystal Palace. They moved it, didn't they, for a number of years. Now I hear next year it's going to the NEC in Birmingham. Woohoo! I like the GBBF. I'll be going to the one in Birmingham. Perfect for me, on the train. Anyway, yeah, back in 2012, Earl's Court, London, went to the American bar with a mate, and he was like, you need to try this beer. You need to try this beer from Stone Brewing Company. I was like, yeah, a little bit wet behind the ears back then. Yeah, okay, I'll try it. Whoa, what's this? Black IPA, wonderful. Absolutely blooming brilliant beer. It was like a golden beer that tasted like an IPA. A black beer that tastes like an IPA that should have been golden. And that's it. I think Hook Norton Brewery, and I'm sure I started this review with the whole reason why Hook Norton existed since 1849 is the fact that they're looking at the times and they're looking at what's going on. Well, they've brewed a great black IPA. But I've got a challenge for Hook Norton. I really do have a challenge. I'd like Hook Norton, and I think very much because of the talent that they have there with their brewers, I think that they could produce a perfect hazy IPA, New England IPA. I think that they could, and I think that probably they should in the future, because I think if they decided to do that with their expertise and with trying 12 of some of the most perfect beers that I've tried in the UK from a regional brewery, I think that they should attempt a New England IPA, and I think that they should attempt maybe a German or a Czech style, a Bohemian style lager. So that's the challenge. That's me signing off from drinking the Hook Norton beers. Is a challenge to Hook Norton. Produce a great Bohemian lager. Produce a great New England IPA, because I know you can. Rating for this black IPA. That is utterly brilliant beer. Utterly brilliant beer. Oxymoron time. Dark in appearance, pale by nature, with a heady mix of hops and double roasted malt. Enjoy! I will. 4.4% ABV. Fantastic mouthfeel. Fantastic hoppy presence. Little bit of roasted malt. Little bit of berry fruit coming through. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.